Yeah, well, first of all, yes, you're right. Mumbai have got great depth in their batting. They're a very, very good team, one we respect very highly, and particularly dangerous as you get towards the back end of the innings as well. You know, guys like Pollard and Hardik Pandya, very good hitters of the cricket ball. So, yeah, I think it's been a bit of the strength of the bowlers of late is they've put a lot of work into bowling well at the death, but it's going to be a great challenge. We've just got to prepare very well, plan very well, and then most importantly try and execute very well. Because with those sort of players at the end, if you miss by just a few millimetres, then quite often it can go out of the park. So, taking wickets is obviously a goal. It doesn't always go that way, but that's the plan for sure. Right, yeah, I haven't studied the permutations. As it stands right now, I don't think we haven't still exactly qualified just for the playoffs just yet. Obviously, anything can happen. So the first goal is just to try and make the playoffs, and then yes, you're right. We want to try and finish as high as we possibly can to get that advantage of being in the top two. But as I said, as it stands mathematically, we still haven't officially qualified for the playoffs yet, so there's still work to be done. And plus the other side of it is you want to keep building your game. So if you're lucky enough to get to the playoffs, your team's in a good place, and you're still going this way rather than a team that's sort of starting to taper off. So we've got to continue to work hard. We've got to continue to prepare well, rest and recover well, and keep trying to improve on our game all the time. Obviously, you're going to have victories and losses along the way, but if we can keep just as a group, just keep improving, and hopefully we can have a little kick in momentum, once the playoffs come around. I'm not concerned. It was great to see Watson's innings the other day. It's been coming though. We've been watching these guys closely in the nets, and Watson in particular, he's been hitting the ball extremely well. So we knew there was a big score coming, and let's hope that he can have some consistency with that towards the back end of the season. I was really proud of the way that MS and Stephen Fleming, they showed faith in him by keep believing in the way he can play and he can win matches for CSK. So they stuck with him, and that was well rewarded. I think probably before that though, yeah, you're right. We'd probably been relying a lot more on MS. He's been very consistent with the bat for us this season, and you like to have a team that contributions can come from anywhere in the order, and that was certainly a strength of the team last year. So you're right. I think coming into the back end of the season, we'd like to see consistent performances from all the guys, that would make it perfect sort of a perfect sort of setup if we got good contributions from everyone. I've been watching them pretty closely, actually, and I think they're outstanding talents. Throw Makande in there as well. Krunal Pandya does a very good job, game in, game out. He rarely has a bad game. So they're a very. I guess that's the thing. CSK, we've got the experience and the class that's been there for a long, long period of time with the names that you've mentioned there. Mumbai Indians, they've got the exciting youth, great talent, a lot of energy, a lot of excitement to do well and to show the world and prove to the world that they are the next sort of great players to come through as well. So it's fantastic, and I love seeing these great young players come in and show off their talent, and seeing their exuberance and how excited they are to play. So it's going to be a great challenge for our batsmen to play against them, because they've got some very, very good spinners there, but we've got some great spinners as well. So yeah, I'm personally, obviously you want CSK to win, but I'm looking forward to the match because it's always a fantastic match between CSK and Mumbai Indians. I think it's been a challenge throughout the whole tournament, to be honest. There's been a number of players that have obviously had the World Cup on their mind, but as a team we've tried to say, okay, we're here at CSK, let's concentrate as much as we can here, and then in due course, in time, the World Cup will come along. And plus, I think the IPL is a great opportunity for the players to prepare for the World Cup as well. They're in high-pressure situations, they're against quality opposition, tough cricket. So if you can play at that intensity, here at the IPL, then I think it'll help make the jump to the World Cup that much smaller Whereas if you think you're just going to take it easy in the IPL, then you get to the World Cup, that jump of intensity is going to be really high. So I think the players are pretty motivated by playing for the franchise. It's not just our franchise, it's across the board as well. There's a lot of other teams where players are involved as well. So it is a bit of a distraction at times, but we've just got to deal with it the best we can.